Assalamu alaikum viewers. Now I am going to discuss about this problem, consecutive point segment. Here the problem statement is you are given n points with integer coordinates on a coordinate axis with the coordinates of the ith point is xi. All points coordinates are distinct and given in strictly increasing order. That means yeah, you know what is increasing order. For each point I, you can do the following operation, but remember no more than one. Okay, take this point and move it by one to left or to right. Okay, that means you can either do nothing or just decrease it to one or increase it to one. Okay, yeah, so that's what you can do here. So you have to determine if you can move some points as described above in such a way that new sets of points forms a consecutive segment of integers. Okay, um, yeah, like this actually. All right. Uh, Input we are given integer t, that's the test case. Integer n and 1 to 2 into 10 to the power 5. That's the point. Then in the second number of points, then in the second test case, in the second line, the line contains the coordinates of the I point. Okay, it is guaranteed that the points are given in strictly increasing order. All right, let's open Paint. Suppose we are given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are already in increasing order and they are consecutive. Okay, now if suppose we are given this sequence here, these two values are not consecutive. Okay, 3 is missing. What can we do? We can increase the value of these two, or we can decrease the value of these elements. Okay, suppose we can increase this. All right, now that's consecutive. Or we could decrease these values, like 4 will become 3, 5 will 4, 6 will 5, and 7 will be 6. Uh, or suppose we have 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now we can decrease this 3 and we can increase this 3 by 1. That means that will be 2, that will be 1, that will be 0. And sorry, I want to increase actually. So 2, 3, and 4, that will become 5, 6, and 7. I just increase these values and just decrease these values by 1. Okay. So that is what we can do here. Suppose we are given a large sequence like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Suppose this 3 is missing and this 12 is missing. Now what can we do? We can actually increase these two values and we can decrease these two values, 2 and 3. That will be 12 and that will be 13. Look, that's now a consecutive sequence. uh, suppose we are given this. Now what can we do? Now can we solve this? Here we will need to increase this, we will need to decrease this, 12 and 13. Now what can we do here? We cannot uh, decrease all of them, neither we can increase all of them, because we just increased these two and we just decreased these two. Uh, Remember the line here, no more than one. So we cannot decrease or increase the same point twice. So we cannot do anything with that. So here we will print no. Okay. Yeah. Then so what is happening here? The thing is here. The thing is we can make a uh, consecutive sequence when we have uh, one difference at two elements. Okay, like this. Like here we have difference 1, here we have difference 1. Okay? So number of difference of 1, here this one count is 2. Okay, we can now solve this because we can just increase this 2 and we can just decrease this 2. Okay, rest of them are already consecutive. So yeah, that's true. That will print yes, right? Then let's copy this here. Suppose this is okay. Suppose this is the sequence that we are given. Let's delete these two values. Now we can actually make a consecutive sequence with this, because we can just increase these values by 1. Like that will be 8, that will be 7, that will be 6, that will be 5, that will be 4, that will be 3. Okay, and just decrease this 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and here this difference 2, there were difference 2 here, right? Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here uh, here we have a difference of 3, right? So here we have a difference of 3. Sorry, I'm extremely sorry. I just uh, did a mistake. In the previous example, there was difference of 2, right? Suppose there was difference of 2, right? Like 1, 3, 3, 1. There was difference of 2. So 1, 3, like yeah, 10, 12. We can just increase this and decrease this. Here, difference of 2 count was 2 and we printed yes, right? And if I copy this, if I paste this 1, 3, 5, 6, um, 6. Uh, but there will be there was a mistake, so there will be 7 and 8, and then 9. Here 6, 9, we have a difference of 3, right? So we can just simply increase these values and simply decrease these values, then we'll get a consecutive sequence. So here t of 3 count was equal to 1 and we just printed yes, right? Now if I copy this, if this 1, 2, 3, suppose there was 11 was missing. Okay, there is that was not consecutive, right? So yeah, so here we we can increase this, we can decrease this, but when we need to solve this thing, we cannot actually uh, increase this because we just increase that just now, so we cannot do one operation over one thing more than once. So yeah, we cannot do this. Here this count is equal to 2 and this 3 count is equal to 1. Here we'll print no, right? Okay, that's the actual logic here. That is the logic here. Or suppose we are given suppose we are given a sequence where difference of 2 count is equal to 1 and difference of 3 count is 1 or more than 1. We cannot actually solve that. Okay, so yeah, that's the logic. So let's see the code of this. This is the code. Here is the test. Here I have taken a scanner object. This is the test case loop. Here I have taken integer m. Here integer array. Here I have taken a hash map. Integer. Here I have taken a boolean flag. Here I have taken the input of the array. That means the point array. Array of points actually. Here I have here in that loop I have run the loop up to n, the number of points. Here I have okay, I have not taken here 0, I have started from 1. Alright, here in I1 I have just stored the difference of on 2 consecutive points. Now if the difference is not equal to 1, then I need to work actually. If the difference is 1, then that's consecutive. Now if the difference is not 1, then if the difference is greater than 3, if the difference is greater than 3, we have nothing to do here. Like suppose we have a 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Now can you do anything here? You can increase this like 2, 3, 4. You can decrease this 6, 7, 8. But this is not consecutive, right? There is a difference more than 1. So this is not a consecutive sequence, so we need to print no here. So just make the flag false and just break the loop, and then m dot put that one is actually I am storing the count of that differences. That means this is one actually. I am storing the count of difference of 1 or 2 or 3, like m dot put L1 is the difference, and that means 2 or 3 or 1, and m dot get default, get or default, that means get the previous value of this difference and increase this by 1. In Java, the hash map is not by default set to 0. So if a hash map value with the key L1 is null, then it will um, take the value as 0. Okay, here that's why here I have inserted the default value. Okay, and that is what it does. Then I have just checked if the difference count is more than 2, then the flag becomes false, and if the difference is more than 2 and L1 is 2, that means difference of 2 is occurring more than twice. If this happens, then we can actually print no. So I have just made the flag false and just break the loop. Then similarly, I just check if difference is greater than 1 and the difference occurrence is greater than 1 and the difference is 3, then make the flag false. That means if our difference is 3, we can just make the subsequence of I can make consecutive subsequence by this just only when this occurs once. Okay, so if the difference is more than 3 and this occurs more than one time, then we will make the flag false and break the loop. Okay, that's the end of the loop. After the loop, we have just checked if if this one actually the third case, if difference of 2 occurs more than twice and the difference of 3 occurs one time, so you cannot actually solve this. Okay, you can just solve this kind of examples just only when only if you have difference of 2 occurs twice and this should not occur then. Okay, that means they will occur solo. So and if this occurs, this cannot occur. Okay, that is what we are checking here. If difference of 2 occurs and also difference of 3 occurs, then we cannot actually solve that. So we are making the flag false, and then if flag is true, then print yes, otherwise false. That is what we are doing here. Hope you understand this. Thank you. Happy coding.